Yeah, yeah. Hey, everyone, if you're watching me over on any of our social media platforms or on our websites, bear with us as we are manipulating a couple of different things going on here right now. We have our team seeing on one side of my screen and StreamYard on the other. So we've kind of got it all going on. And so if some of our people are going to show up over on the StreamYard thing, they had an invitation email to go there, and others will be on Teams, which is fine. But basically, I just wanted to make sure that these are public and people can see what's going on with their various teams, okay? Because don't want anyone to be in the dark or anything like that. So just the way it goes. And I think at this point, you probably hear some music playing.
Yeah. I had to close the window, so
okay.
The string just disappears from the chat.
Okay. Yeah, it would, because until I put you up on stage, you would not be able to see anything on the screen on StreamYard. Because it's like being I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
In the chat window.
Got it.
Doesn't say.
Ah.
So put another one in there.
Yeah.
So I can try to see what the problem is.
All right. Let me see if I can.
Okay, is I guess my white mic's working.
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you. Absolutely. Thank you. Whatever I put in there didn't stay. Okay.
Didn't stay in the chat. StreamYard.
Yeah. All right.
Can you see? Okay, enter studio.
Yeah. Oh, there you are, Rachel. You popped up in the studio.
Let me.
You can drop out of that one if you'd like, out of the Teams altogether, and go over to the StreamYard, and then we'll put it both of ourselves up there. How's that? Just close out your Teams browser.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, we turn the volume down. Ray, can you hear Rachel whenever she's talking? Okay, Rachel.
Yeah, I can hear. King Ray, I saw you for a while, and then you disappeared.
All the different configurations people have.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
not easy as it looks. Okay.
Yeah, I understand that.
So Cassie, I'm going to have to bow out about 1930.
Okay. All right. So, well, let me get my head working correctly. Hold on. I'm hoping everybody can show up over on the StreamYard side, because that's definitely much better there. And it saves a lot of interface problems between StreamYard and Microsoft's Teams program. Some other people said they would be here, but I know they're all really extremely busy, and I'm hoping they can get in and participate. It's going to be interesting. And there's King Ray. I'm adding you to the stage. Let me get rid of this over here. There you go.
I had to get on Chrome.
Yeah.
I did not like Firefox.
No, it doesn't. It does not like Firefox, actually.
Okay. Like to be forced to use one or the
other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see who else shows up. Now, I'm going to bring up the Teams thing again in case other people come into that side, okay? So y'all just hang on for a second as we manipulate this and make it all happen.
Hang on to what?
Just stay where you are. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there on StreamYard. And I got to turn off my microphone over there. Hey, Ray, if you want to, go ahead and remove yourself from the Teams side, okay? I think Rachel may be there too. Y'all go ahead and just exit out of Teams altogether.
I closed Safari.
Okay. All right. It still shows you in there. Meeting guests. I got Ray and Rachel over in Teams and meeting. If y'all just get out of Teams altogether and not turn your cameras on or anything over there, we'll stay over on this side where we are now. StreamYard, because I can see both of you clearly. Can you see me? Good. So couple of big things I just wanted to mention. I know, Rachel, you got to leave pretty quickly. And everyone who's watching, anyone watching on our social media platforms, that would be Facebook, my 2 Facebook accounts, LinkedIn, 2 YouTube accounts, as well as Twitch and Twitter. And hopefully it's going over to the website. I don't know that at this point for sure. But those links are all out there. People can watch and participate wherever you are. Rachel, you're going to have to turn off the camera on the team side and get out. Oh, you're out of it altogether. Good, good. Just close out Teams.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. That way we won't have a lot of bandwidth being split up between all kinds of different things going on. Okay, so first thing is the biggest thing, the most important thing is the chair of the action group is having a lot of issues right now, and a lot of trouble, and has become homeless. And so personally we can help, but as an organization we can't because of the leadership role they played. It creates too much of a conflict and could be used against us in that case. But personally, there is a GoFundMe page that Danny set up. Been helping out. Several of us have been helping out since yesterday, I guess, yesterday morning or something like that.
Is that on a Facebook page?
It's on my personal Facebook page because I have to do it from the personal side. You should be able to get there. Yeah. So it's really, I mean, I want to try to help Danny out as much as possible, but it can't come from us as an organization.
Okay.
Because of the conflicts it would cause with IRS and with other people. Let me take these off so I won't have a glare. So anyway, that's the big thing. And I'll put a link to the GoFundMe. Well, GoFundMe has given her a little bit of a hard time getting the funds out. And I know that she needs the funds out because she was asking me today about how to do that. And you have to have a bank account set up, and it still can take 2 to 7 days to get the money. That's going to be too tough for her to do. So there's a way to do it. You can send it to, I think she's got a PayPal account. You can send it to her PayPal account. And let me see if I can get that for you, okay? Because that's a more direct route. It's immediate.
If you'd put that out in, I think it'd be better to put that out on email rather than on Facebook.
Yeah. Trying to get as much help as we could. I had some personal friends of mine who actually did help some. And that's good. We need everybody helping because the VA is helping her and her family. They paid through everything and up through Friday morning, this morning. So hopefully the money that we've sent to her now gets her through the weekend, and the VA is supposed to start helping again on Monday. And I don't know why it's the weekend break, but that's where she stands at this point. And then in the midst of all this, I don't know if she could tell this story better than I can, but she and I have spoken about it, and she's agreed to let me share the story. So it's like she had been working at Walmart in the late night as a stalker. So when all this occurred, she was at a place, she had a place, but the landlord and the manager of the place were extremely transphobic and evicted her. No. And then after that, she had to go on unpaid leave to try to get everything taken care of. So what that meant was Walmart needs people to work. So they ended up firing her too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a horrible situation. It's tough. It's really horrible. But what I'm going to do right now is just go ahead and put this in our, I don't even know where to put it on chat over here because
I don't even know where chat is.
There is no chat on this one.
Yeah, there is.
Where?
Over on the right-hand side.
Comments? Oh, yeah, there it
Private
is.
chat and comments.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let me put it in comments. Hold on a minute. I'm going to get that information. Where did I send it to? Thank you. I didn't even know I could comment back like that because I just talk to people when they comment. Private chat over here. Gotcha. I see that, Ray. Thank you. Comments. So let me find that PayPal information for Danny.
I've been there, done that. Back in the early 2000s, they weren't very helpful. I did get some clothes out of them.
Right. I think she told me that she got some support, food support, from the Salvation Army, I think, or Goodwill or somebody.
Yeah,
Where she live?
Army has programs.
Yeah. And then,
Living in a place that the Salvation Army.
oh, wow. So, yeah,
They have
it's,
apartment complexes, but they smash you in with strangers.
oh,
Back then they did.
right. Save. Let me save this thing. Then I'm going to share that across here. I've got a little image here that's a QR code for her PayPal account. Okay.
Uh-oh. Don't give me no QR codes. I do not use my phone for the internet.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can do it like this.
Email addresses.
Okay. Go in here. PayPal account. Let me get PayPal. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna call this up on my own side on my personal stuff. And give me 1 second. I'll get the information we need here for you. PayPal. And money. All right.
I just did an interview earlier today from CBS. CBS is doing a story. It was like an off-the-record interview until they find the people they want to be in the story, and then they'll travel to them and interview them live for the story of housing and healthcare and employment and things of that nature for transgender people.
So that was CBS. That's good.
CBS.
Wow, that's awesome. Wow.
I hope I get.
Give him my name, King Ray. Give him my name, King Ray.
Who, me?
No, give him my name.
You
Tell him to talk to me.
You want King Ray?
No, give them my name.
Oh, well, you have to be part of Sage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sage program. Okay, gotcha. Where am I?
They'll put you on the speaker circuit if they like you, but you got to go through Sage to get them to put you on the circuit.
Got it.
Okay.
That's the elderly transgender organization.
Right. Okay.
Well, I'm transgender and I'm elderly.
I know, but you got to talk to them. I can't recommend.
Got it.
I was in an AARP piece not too long ago.
I actually spoke to a group out of Massachusetts today that is for elderly LGBT people.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really fascinating. Somebody got a thumbs up comment over there. Deanna. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. I'm looking to I'm taking a little bit of time here because I want to get up some information so that we can help out Danny Stuber.
It says private chat, so we can't see other people's comments.
Well, you should be able to. Is that all you have? Is a private chat on your side?
Yeah. Yep. And I got another one that says comments, but that.
Oh, open that one up. That's where you'll see everybody else comment if they're commenting.
No, I don't see everybody else. I just see a thing that says StreamYard.
Okay.
Live viewer comments show up. This is an example, but I don't see any. Oh, join the chat. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. YouTube. What?
We're all over everything. We're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch.
No. Why it opened YouTube? I don't understand. StreamYard wants to access my.
Oh no, you don't need that. Yeah, no.
Wants to open up YouTube.
You don't need to do that.
To see the chat.
Right. Right.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, that's.
I'll send that.
What that is
nosy.
They want to verify that it's you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what they want to do. I don't trust Google or Apple or Facebook or any of them. They're too intrusive. They just want in your business at all times.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the link we have here for this. because I couldn't get into my PayPal account because I got everything else open apparently, so it wouldn't go in. So I'll just go somewhere else. Let me see.
Could have swore I was on SteamYard at one time.
StreamYard, yeah.
I thought I was in here. Well, Chrome, I don't have my Chrome set up for password.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Stuff like that.
All right. So let me get this. No, that's not it either. Okay. Well, I'll have to do it a different way then. Here we go. Hold on. All right. Done. We're waiting for a few other people to show up. Anyone watching everywhere else around through here, just hang on for a minute or two. We got a couple of comments up here on the side too. Let's see. Can you see this? Yeah, I see that, Rachel.
Why did it show up twice?
Because we're on two different YouTube channels.
Oh,
So whenever you typed in comments for that whole section, it went to both of them. Let me see. All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll get that for you and put it over in the chat, or send it to you in an email. But,
email would be better.
Yeah, I'll send that information to you in an email because, and it'll come from my personal email account, not the business email accounts. Okay.
That'll come from Cassandra Williamson.
That's right. CassandraLeeWilliamson@gmail.com.
Okay.
But I have to send it from there because I don't want to get us all in trouble for that. Okay. As a business, and then Danny being one of our leadership people. Now, speaking about that, everyone who's listening right now on all those different channels, and hopefully you're watching on the website as well, the TDVA-AG.com website. So given that Danny is having some issues and is the chair of this board, I did ask Danny if they wanted to step aside just in a temporary basis. I see it. Yep. I've posted your comment up on top there, Ray. Yeah, a good one. Huh?
It came up twice.
It will because it goes to two different YouTube channels.
Okay.
So anyway, what I was saying was about Danny is that I did ask about just stepping aside just for a second, but just for a little bit until they get back on their feet and then come back in as chair. But right now, the vice chair is stepping up in an interim role to take over that role. And some of you have already met our vice chair, that she has been in and out a few times here with us. And that would be Lashika Shine, a licensed clinical social worker from Louisiana, who's actually had been interviewing people for our state directorship roles. And I was hoping that she would be able to get in here today. I don't see them here at the moment. Let me get out of that. They're not over on the team side either. But so she'll step up in as an interim role as the chair. But I know that Rachel, you had applied for one of those jobs, and she interviewed you as well for state of Kansas. She was going to work on that. She had 5 people that actually had come to the interviews over the period of time that she was doing it for us. And she was going to present all of those to the board of the action group for their approval. And we needed to do that tonight because we need to get out to them and let them know that. But since the leaders aren't here and we're it.
5 people from Kansas?
No, 5 people from across America.
Well, I was going to say there's only five people in the entire state.
Oh, not fair, not fair.
And they all live in Manhattan, Kansas too, right?
No. I live in 27 square miles of sanity, surrounded by chaos. I live in Lawrence.
Oh, in Lawrence. Okay.
You're in Kansas?
Lawrence, Kansas.
I am in the sane part of Kansas.
Sane part?
Sane, as in SANE.
Yeah, I heard you, but I don't know.
We're in the part of Kansas that KKK Kobach is afraid to come to.
Chris Kobach, KK Kobach. Yeah. Yeah.
Those same places for me in this country. I tell you that.
Jeez. Mm-mm.
I wouldn't live in no little Timbuktu city. So not my little black ass. I went outside of Omaha just to needed some gas, and all these people came to the window at the gas station looking at me like, I said, "Ooh, I better hurry up and get this gas and get out of here." They wanted to string me up. That was the 1970s.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Little punk town outside of Omaha. That prevented me from traveling outside of Omaha because I was always trying to get away from people.
Yeah. I took a little excursion. I think it was probably in the late 90s, 90, oh, probably early 2000s, actually. My kids and I decided we were going to travel around back in Eastern Kentucky where we're from. Ray, you're going to like this and not like it at the same time. But this was like the early 2000s. And the part of Eastern Kentucky I lived in or grew up in is at the little triangular part, basically where Kentucky, West Virginia, and Virginia all meet within like 20 miles circle right around that.
Mm-hmm.
Phil McCoy feud country there, right there. So we're riding around and we crossed over into Virginia, and it's Buchanan County, Virginia, which is right across the county there, the state line. And well, we were in Virginia at the time, and this was Virginia.
There's West Virginia and then there's Virginia. So you have to be in West Virginia.
No, I was in both. I mean, where we lived in Kentucky, you have West Virginia, Virginia, and Kentucky all come together in that little corner.
Oh, really? Okay.
So you can go from Kentucky to West Virginia in a circle and right around where the three intersect and just be in all three of them at once if you sit right on the line.
Wow.
But so we drove into Virginia, not far from where we lived, where I grew up and all that. And there's a schoolhouse in front of me. And you know what's on the door, the big double door on the end of the schoolhouse? A big door. The rebel flag.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
That was the early 2000s.
Wow.
This is also the county that used to have signs up on the way into their county.
Yeah.
Signs. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Those signs?
About those signs.
Yeah, those signs that said "Don't be caught here after dark."
Right.
That sign.
Right.
We only just recently took those down.
Rainbow flag up. Huh? Wow.
I'll tell you, that was I got my family out of there. Oh my gosh, it was crazy.
I had a great time in California during the 70s.
Oh, there's a chica. Alana Chica, I'm putting you up on the stage.
Who's coming?
Hello. Can you guys?
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So I do apologize. I had try to move some things around with patients. So I won't be able to stay too long, but I did want to make sure that I came on and address the issues for today.
Yes, please do. As a matter of fact, I was just rumbling and rambling on having started about what you have been doing and that you're stepping in as kind of I think you accepted. I don't know. Did you as the interim?
Right.
As the interim, while Danny is in the position that we can't do that. So, so I'm going to turn it over to you because this is your board now. And the two people who are over there now are the people in it. At this point, there are other people like Ash Taylor Austin from down in Texas and Brian Blevins from out in New Mexico. So you got one board member here, and Ray and I are part of this too. So you decide how you want to handle it because I know you have to introduce, to talk about the 5 people who you had interviewed. So, floor's yours. I'm getting out the door. What?
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I won't be long. So, over this weekend or so, I conducted interviews for our state director positions. We had a total of 13 applicants who were all afforded the opportunity to schedule and be seen for interviews. Just for interest, see the compatibility was with the goals that align with our goals and everything. So we narrowed it down to about 5 applicants that really would be some great people for some groundwork to really get us the information that we need to be able to really get some advocacy going in those proposed legislations that affects the LGBTQ community. A lot of things that I learned, even discussing things with them. We even have one applicant who works in New Mexico. So, and she lives in Texas. So it's a lot of things that we can learn and a lot of advantages to us with the acts that they have. Ms. Cassandra, you name the list of the applicants that we wanted to
Let me
look
let me pull up. Let me see. You're breaking up a little bit, or quite a bit. Actually.
Audio.
Yeah, there's something on the audio side that's breaking up pretty badly. But let me see if I can get an email for you, Lashika, and pull it up. Let's see.
So while she's doing that, one of the things that we needed to do is host a vote in accepting to offer the state director positions for the candidates that we have narrowed down out of the 13 applicants. We'll list the names and states that they're associated with, and then we'll go ahead and call for a vote. And I'll definitely open for any questions for that, just in case you guys have any questions about any of the applicants.
Okay, let me.
And of course, we definitely can share with the board the resumes if they want to be able to see those resumes as well, just for your own information.
Okay, let me get back to here. All right, so what I'm going to do then is I'll share the screen and the names will be up there on that. Supposed to be. If I can find it behind all of this stuff. Give me 1 second. I'm looking.
All right, no problem.
Share screen. I'm looking for the Windows tab that has.
Well, while you're doing, I could definitely say the shirt I have on today has caused controversy. Says that gender affirming care stabilized. So I was wearing it on today, of course. And yeah, I had some serious issues today. I had to do some defending and advocacy, and I didn't care. I was in the middle of the dealership. But anywho, were you able to find that bottom of that list?
Yeah, I did, but I got.
If not, I could pull it.
Yeah, I did have it, but when I tried to share it, I don't know what happened to it. It's
Oh, it's okay. I can definitely try to pull it up.
See Windows and Action Group meeting. Is that it? No, that's not it. Well, calls. No, that's got to be it. Okay. No, that is not it.
It's the same one.
That's an email.
Yeah. I need an email. That's what I need is the email, but I don't know where it is. I mean, I had it pulled up, and now I can't put it on the share screen. I need
It's okay.
Okay. I'll stop sharing.
All right. So the results of the state director positions is Mike Morin, which is the for Arkansas state director, Sush Branham for California state director, Rachel Reed for Kansas City state director.
Oh, you broke up right there. Froze.
She's gone.
Yeah.
You need to turn off her video, and that might help. Her connection is bad.
All right. Oh, She'll be right back. Okay. I know I had that.
Women. Where's all the men?
You're representing.
Good God.
You are the role model of all of us, all the men.
Where's our Nebraska man?
Oh, I don't know where Trent's at this point. I know that he had indicated an interest in being here tonight, but I know how it goes on a Friday night. And that's one of the other things we probably ought to do too, is decide
change the meeting day.
Yeah, meeting day and time to make it more.
Friday night is usually not a good night.
Okay. All righty. Lashika, I don't see you in here yet. Come on back in.
We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, it'll bump into the other meeting.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are not good.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday aren't good.
Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Oh.
Because Thursday it'll bump into the other meeting. Sunday, I've got a violin class that's it's called Drunken Fiddlers. I'll have to explain that to you. And Tuesday, I've got a creative writing class. And Wednesday, I've got a film appreciation class. Both of those are through the Parks and Rec. The film appreciation, this time we're looking at Cary Grant.
Oh, wow.
Well, my Mondays are probably the freest day, too. Monday.
We'll see what Lashika thinks, too. And I need to make sure we're engaging. Let me see state directors list there. Now I think you can see the list.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike Moran from Arkansas, as the Arkansas State Director. Shosh Baum, California. Rachel Yu for Kansas. Christina Pointer, South Texas, and that recommendation is a good one to split Texas up into 2 districts.
I think that's good. I agree with that.
And then Dr. Elena Morano Hansen from Utah.
Okay.
All right.
There's a man, Mike Moran.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So there you go. Let me stop the share on that then and see where Lashika is. She may have gotten pulled out for something. She is she works all the time. I think she works every hour of the day.
Yeah, she's in healthcare.
A licensed clinical social worker. Has her own practice, but also works at the VA too there in Shreveport. So anyway, if anyone's listening over on our various channels tonight, we did post up just a minute ago the names of potential directors, state directors. I think what was it? Arkansas, Kansas, Texas, Utah, California, and half of Texas, not the whole state. And then we're looking at, I guess, making a motion, someone to actually accept that list or not. Anyone want to do that?
King Ray, why don't you make that motion? I'm on that list.
Oh, well, I make a motion. I make a motion to accept the state directors as listed.
Okay. I'll second that. And let me see. Anybody in the audience listening up there, you can put a comment over in the comment section. I'll give you a couple minutes if you want to. You throw comments in there if you want to comment about that, or you can cast your vote. So we'd love to be engaged with all of our people everywhere to make sure that, we're heard and seen and you know what we're doing. So
I think I'm going to try to drag my buddy in here from Wisconsin.
Okay.
He's a veteran and got his own business. I don't know how busy he is, but
okay.
I'm going to try to invite him over to just observe
Okay.
Maybe jump in.
Jump in. Jump in. That's exactly right. Lashika still hasn't come back in online. I'm assuming that she probably had something crop up that she had to deal with right there where she was. So, given that, with 2 people able to vote, well, actually, no, let's just redo that motion if you don't mind. We'll table that one, and what we want to do is have a second motion that includes everybody except Rachel, and then you and I will vote for Rachel separately. But I'd like to get Rachel's vote on the other 4.
Why is Rachel separated?
Well, because I wanted to get at least her to vote on the other 4, but she can't vote for herself.
Oh, okay. I put in a motion to elect all those state directors except for Rachel.
I second that motion.
Got it. Perfect. Any discussion?
Not right now.
All right. Call the vote. Ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. There are no nays. I don't see nays over in the comment section either. If anyone wanted to do something, they could have spoken over there. And no comment from that side. So the ayes have it. So those 4 are accepted. And Ray, since you did the last motion on that one, for those 4, I'll make this motion. And so I make a motion that we accept Rachel Marie Reed from Kansas, the cool spot in Kansas. To be safe.
A cool motion.
Okay. Any discussion?
You're gonna make me go home for that. I'm gonna Nebraska.
All right. So I could, if you give me a microphone, I'll talk forever. So I'm covering both of mine up. They're like this, by the way. I've got these, one's white and one's black.
Oh wow.
That's one of those blue things. This thing's darn expensive.
Is it Bluetooth?
You know, it's Blue is the brand, I think. Blue.
Oh,
yeah. But anyway, they're really good. They're omnidirectional and they work really well. But anyway, so having said that, anyone who's watching over on Facebook or LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, website, wherever, put a comment over there if you wish to discuss. We'll hold for a second. And just to see where it's going, we're talking about Rachel had interviewed for the position of state director for the state of Kansas, and specifically the cool spot in Kansas primarily, but anyway, the rest of Kansas too. So if you want to comment on that, you can over there on the side in comments somewhere. And I'll keep an eye out for that for about 30 more seconds or so roughly. And we'll go from there. In the meantime, while we're waiting for comments, or if anybody wants to ask a question, we're in the discussion section for the vote to accept Rachel as Kansas State Director. And yeah, we got another 10 seconds. Y'all ready? Dun-dun. Drum roll. Dun-dun. Drum roll. Here we go. I'll do it like this. Oh, no, I couldn't get the sound to play down there. I was going to get the rock and roll music to play in the background, but it wouldn't do it. Anyway, so hearing no comments and seeing no comments made over in the comment section, we're going to go ahead and vote. Ayes?
Aye.
The ayes have it. No votes in the comment or no comments in the comment section. So, Rachel, welcome to state directorship for Kansas.
Thank you.
Now, the question I have for you is: do you want an email address that actually says Kansas at TDVA-AG.com?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
And I know you have one that says research already.
Right.
But I don't think that one's used nearly as much as the Kansas.
I've got one that's research at TDVA.online.
Yeah.
I think it would be good, and but I would like one that says Kansas at TDVA-AG.com.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that here in just one moment.
Okay.
I can actually do it right now. We're all hanging out and watching. I'll just share a screen and you can see how this is all done because I don't want to be the only one to know this.
Yeah.
Right now, I've got a lot of stuff in here that I need to get out to other people.
Yeah. You have to show me how to see who's looking at the press releases.
Oh, I'll show you that too here in just a second. I'll be going into one of those pages and we'll just show you. Okay. All right. And I can just share that with everyone, anyone watching. So let me go into the well, I need to get the console pulled up here first. Bring this back up. StreamYard, present. Give me 1 second. Share screen. Google sign into account. So, oh, yeah, you can't see anything anyway if I did that. So here we go. Now you're not going to be able to see it. So anyway, I got to sign into this because I keep it secured. All right. So this is our admin account for our Google Workspace. And now I'm going to go into users and go down through here. Let me see. We don't have one for Kansas already. Oh, no, I know that. So we're going to go add a new user. Kansas. It'll be Rachel, RachelMarie, Reed. Primary is not Rachel Reed. It is Kansas, Kansas. And then what's your email address right now, your personal one? Oh,
Rachel Marie.
Okay. CHELMARIE.
No, MARIE 1953.
1953.
At gmail.com.
Okay, got it.
And you need my phone number?
No.
Okay.
We can get that later, but I don't want to broadcast that out, and you wouldn't want to either.
No.
So I'm going to add this user here, add a new user, and it will send you an email like it did before.
That'll work.
Preview and send. Here we go. I'm sending a copy to myself, so I'll have a copy of it if you need to. You'll get a chance to change it when you get in there. All
Sounds
right.
good.
Send. So now you just have access to a new email account. There is a folder that I'll set up that has all the resources for Kansas in it that you can access that will allow you to be able to put information in there. It's entirely your share drive on Google. So you'll be able to do that so that we can all see what you need and take that information and put it over on our website as on an interactive map, stuff like that.
All right.
Let me stop sharing and go there. And I'm going to go back and show
King Ray and Cassandra, I do have to take off.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for being here, Rachel, and welcome aboard for about the 1500th time.
You two have a good evening.
Thank you.
Too, Rachel.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, Ray, I am going to pull up this other screen.
You and me.
Yeah, it's just us. All right. So here, well, other than whoever's watching.
You and me showing our face.
Yeah. Yeah, we're showing our faces. That's it. Present.
I don't see anybody else over there except Rachel.
Yeah. Let me do the share screen, new tab right here. Okay. So next, what I'm doing is I'm signing into my Wix account, our Wix account. I'm going down to select that for the Action Group side. And so it looks like today we had 217 site sessions. People visited, up 63%. All right. So let's go down to email marketing. Down here, click on that.
What did you click?
I clicked on email marketing down here in the email marketing side.
You clicked another thing.
Yeah, I went there and then, I hit this first. Let me go back. Let me get out of this and show you what I did. So can you see my cursor over here? So it's going down. I'm going over to marketing and SEO.
Yeah.
And then across to email marketing.
Oh.
Just going to wait for that to populate, which is where we are right now. And this tells us our recent campaigns. Okay, so you can see this one is the one that we sent out for you for the state. And there was another one too that got sent out as well. And we'll look at both of them. But this is the most recent one. So it was delivered to 122 contacts. Let me blow this size up just a little bit too to make it easier too for everybody. If you're watching on our YouTube channels or wherever you're at. So it delivered to 122 people in the state of Georgia. We had an open rate of 35% and a click rate of 2%. So this open rate is really good. The click rate is it's not of the national average, but it's not the high end either. A lot of stuff of what we do is actually much higher than that. But let's see what the other one did, because we had two that went out at the same time.
Click as in there's links inside of the press release that they clicked.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Somebody here and here, SBGI, I think that's probably a TV station, and CBS.com. They also clicked on something inside there. So that's the two people or two entities that clicked on the links inside. And I think the only big link was your email address. So, yeah. So let me go back to statistics, and we're going to go back to email campaigns. That was that one. Let's go find the other one that went out just before that. Down here.
Yeah, some of them got 8K.
8,000 delivered letters. Yeah, look. This was sent out. Don't tell me. Go back up here to the top one. For the general membership meeting we had last night, it was delivered to 8,141 people.
Oh.
And 3,594 opened it.
Wow.
And 1,921 clicked on something in there.
Wow.
Those are phenomenal open and click rates. All right, so let me go back down to the other one that was sent out. I think it was this one. Okay, so here we had.
There was two of them women.
Yeah, there was one that went out first, Ray. It went out on the 19th at 8 a.m.
Oh.
And then this first one, the first one up here, went out on the 20th at 3:23 p.m. in the afternoon.
Okay.
So two campaigns, the same thing, basically the same, modified just a little. On the second one, you had 43 opened from the 122, but on the previous one, the earlier one, go back to it, 142 actually were delivered, and then 30% open rate on that one. The click rate was 3% there. So this would have been, let's see, James Giles from WTVM TV, I think. The newsroom at WRDW. Another, I'm not sure what SBGI is, either radio or TV or something. And then
SBGI is like another kind of a yahoo.com thing.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like it says comments at .net. Okay. And this other one at the bottom down here, that's Kiera, who lives near Atlanta and runs the gaming programs for veterans. So she's really good. Yeah, she has a gaming thing where she does online gaming and stuff. And so she's been really good about that. So she opened it too. She opened it just right after it went out, like 8 minutes after it went out.
Boom.
Boom. That's right. That's it. So there you go. And if you need any of these lists, I can actually download the list with their names and email addresses and all that stuff too, including the people who opened it. We know who did that, and I'm not going to slow down. Huh?
I said, "Oh, I didn't. I've been in that section, but I didn't know what I was looking for. So I don't know if I'm going to see what you see, but I will try to do it myself and see."
You should have access to exactly these things. You just have to go, the way in is to go down to email marketing. Go to marketing and SEO, and then over to email marketing. And then that'll take you to the page where it's got all those on it. So, yeah. We've had a lot of emails sent out. So look right here. We have sent out, where'd the thing go? Oh, it's too big.
I went over to this.
Yeah, so it's 42,000 emails have been sent.
Wow. You are busy.
Well, there's a lot of, and the list needs to grow. I mean, we need more media contacts because I don't have all of them. I think out of that list, there's probably 6,000 media contacts, over 6,000.
For the whole country?
Whole country. That's right. Whole country. Let me stop sharing this and I can get back to StreamYard. Okay, so anything I can do for you, Ray? I know I've been asking some questions, but I don't know if you need something from me or what can I do for you?
Well, the VCC here, you met them. I don't know who you met when you came here.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little soft, and I don't know who over there is got more clout than others. Who did you meet when you came?
What was her
You
name?
remember?
Shari Webb.
Oh, okay. You met Dr. Webb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she had someone else with her too, but I'm not sure that that other person is still there in that capacity. But what we can do is, let me show you. What I can do is this. One second. Let's just see who's here. I'm going to share screen again, and we can just look one up to see who the VA says is supposed to be there. It might be different than reality, but hey, we'll look at it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, that one. Let's go here. All right, I'm sharing this screen. I'm going to click on I've got a tab up here that says list of LGBTQ plus VCCs. This is a VA website.
Okay.
So I click down through here and I go to Georgia. Da-da-da-da. And Georgia in the Atlanta healthcare system. Ta-da. Click on that one. Huh.
David.
Jax.
Oh, I talked to Timothy.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know either one of these two.
Timothy is really a social worker.
Yeah, licensed clinical social worker.
And I don't know who David is.
David Jackson, Dr. David Jackson. No, I don't know.
On the VA website?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
David.
Let me pull up this. Let me go back one screen and I'll give you the whole list. But Georgia's what you're interested in, and there's a couple others. So let me go back one screen.
What does this extension say there? Uh-oh.
Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm going to give you the whole list, and you can find Georgia on there.
Okay.
That way you can just pull up this, go over here, get rid of that one. Go here. And I'm going to put this link right over in the box. So this is actually on our websites too. It's over there where you can actually see it and access it as well. But I'm going to put it in the comments so that you can see that too.
I have a hard time with our website. It's not very user friendly.
Hey, you're going to have to help me get it right because right now I'm the only IT person running everything.
Oh, you are?
I am. So
well, you got to get somebody that's
better than me. I know.
Yeah, tech savvy and take that on.
Yeah. So over in the side over there, I put in a comment.
Yeah, I see it.
That is, yeah, there you go. That went to everybody, which is fine because I want people to be able to have access to that. For anyone watching over in the comment section or wherever you are, you should see a comment that has www.patientcare.va.gov/LGBT/VA facilities. And it's over there. Get there. You can actually go find your own state VCCs, the VCC for the main hospitals in your state. Okay. They may, and it'll be clear about what that represents. There's only a handful of them, I think 12 or 15 out of all the major VA medical facilities in the country where the VCC is a full-time job.
Oh, really? There are some where it's full-time?
Yep, there are some.
They need that in Atlanta because all those guys have a secondary job and they are just too busy to follow up on things that crop up.
Yeah, and what I tell them, Ray, whenever you see them, tell them, hey, look, make sure you're keeping, I tell these doctors and whoever's running as a VCC at their facility, make sure that they are keeping track of their time, how much time, even beyond outside the hours, regular hours, whatever they're doing for LGBT veterans. Keep track of the time and then get that to Dana Brunson. They'll know who Dana Brunson is.
Dana Brunson.
Dana Brunson. Yeah, Dana is the national LGBT director or manager for all the VCCs.
Daniel.
Dana, D-A-N-A.
Oh, Dana.
Dana, yeah. Dana Brunson, B-R-U-N-S-O-N.
Did I ask you about her before? I sent an email asking about somebody. I can't remember who it is.
I'm pretty sure you did. I mentioned her name as well as the national manager for the trans care coordination system as well. And that one is Susan Mier Flores from down in Texas. But anyway,
Flores? How come that name sounds familiar?
Susan Mier Flores?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is the transgender veterans care coordinator, the national manager. She works side by side with Dana Brunson.
You know, I don't know exactly what is going on with all this because it seems like for some veterans, they have a lot of success with all these people, and others, they're very standoffish. In fact, I've been having a lot of conversations with Susan, I think, via email. And it's like, well, what do you want me to do about it? And I said, if we can't get to these people and confront them with things that are happening, then what's the point of these positions? The one that said that they don't deal with transgender people at the clinic up here, nobody wants to do anything about it.
Is that a VA clinic?
Yeah.
Oh, give me their information. Make sure I get that. I will call and pester the crap out of them.
And what they did was they were forced to, because I went through the White House. The White House contacted the executives, the executives of the VA, and the VA said, you can't do that. So what they did is started being microaggressive with me. And dehumanizing me.
Oh my God.
And screwing up my schedule, screwing up everything, you know, because they were forced to. Then they said, fine, we'll do it, but we'll just mess everything up. And that caused me to have to go back to the clinic that's over an hour away from me, back to the clinic I came from, so that I could get the care that I need.
Wow.
I didn't have time to sit around and play with them, play patty cake. I had a hernia problem and I needed that taken care of. And so I didn't have time to just be messing with them. And I said, okay, fine. And they all will say, that's above my pay grade. There's nothing we can do about it. We can't force them to do what they don't want to do, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wait a minute, if they go against policy, there has to be some way to put a fire under somebody's behind that they can't do that.
That's right. That's exactly right. And that policy is there for the entire nation.
Right.
It's not just
1341.
Yeah, 1341.3 now, or -3 now.
0.3.
Yeah.
Yeah, they act like, you know, I've got time, all the time in the world, every day to be leaning on them, and I don't.
Right.
So it's yeah, I needed to get taken care of first.
Yeah.
Now that I'm healed up from that, I
Okay.
might have time to go back after them, but it's because it's very inconvenient what they're forcing me to do, which is go back to people that I know didn't have a problem with me.
Wow.
I wanted to meet with them. We wanted to meet. And the head nurse over there said, let's get a meeting together. And then they came in and told her, we can't do that. And I said, why not? I helped train interns coming through the VA through the system that you're saying it can't be done. I've already done it. All of a sudden, nobody said anything.
You have been doing what I have been doing too. I don't want to repeat myself 10 times. Bring them all together. do it once.
Yeah, I wanted to meet everybody so that we can get it out what happened and how we're going to move from there. They said, no, we'll figure it out on our own. I said, without me? I said, no. I'm the one that's targeted. I'm the one that has to be comfortable with your solution, or I don't want your solution. I'll go back to Lawrenceville. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what I did because they didn't want to deal with it.
Oh,
Oh, we'll figure it out on our own. I said, who? You and the blind leading the blind? You guys don't know what you're doing when it comes to me. And
exactly.
You already said you don't know what to do.
You already admitted you don't know how to deal with this. And I think the thing they don't realize is that we're just as human as they are. We got nothing. I mean, we're just as human as they are. What the heck is the problem? You know how to take care of people, right? Jeez.
And Timothy let them get away with that. So I got news for Mr. Timothy. Is I told him, you shouldn't have let them off so easily. And that's the problem I've been having with the VCC. It's almost like they're afraid to jeopardize their job or something of that nature. Oh, we don't want to lean on them too much. Really?
Part of the challenge, though, is that even though the VCCs have a national leader, as in Dana, their authority and their position and all that comes from the director of the facility they are working in.
Oh, that's why they say it's above my pay grade.
Right. That's why they say that. And their pay is authorized through the director of that facility or that campus or whatever.
And ours keeps changing. They don't know what they're doing in Atlanta. They burn them out really fast.
Huh.
And they go running. I'm like, okay, how many directors are we going to have?
Yeah.
Never heard of a directorship position being high turnover.
I know, and that's kind of weird, actually. Now, they do bring in interim ones. I've met several interim directors around the country. You know, what happens if a position at a director level opens up and they need somebody there, they'll put someone in as an interim director, and then they'll hire somebody else and move the interim director somewhere else. That's probably what's been going on.
Well, it causes a lot of disruption.
It does.
When the leadership keeps changing. And so they're kind of lost, and everybody's just doing their own thing until somebody comes along and leads them.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that happens a lot. You got to have people out there willing to actually stay there and lead.
Yep.
Regardless of the heat they might feel, they got to stick around and do something.
Yeah, if they can't stand that heat, get out that kitchen. Don't even walk into that kitchen.
Stay out. I'll use the fire on you. Spray you down. If you don't need to be in the kitchen, get out of the kitchen.
Out the kitchen. Ain't no dessert in here.
Right. Right, exactly. Well, anything else, Ray, that we need to talk about? Are you good?
Yeah, relatively. I have some ideas for you personally.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to discuss them here, but just ways for you to just slow down and get a good view of where we're going so that you can convey that to us and we can start implementing some things. Because right now I feel like, okay, just throw me in the deep end.
That's what I've done to
I can figure out what the connection is between what you want me to do in TDVA. So it's because I'm doing a lot of stuff that I was doing before I came into this, but where is the connect? Where is the, what is the connection between what you want these directors to do and TDVA's implementation plan, which is different than just the overall mission statement.
Yeah, it is. It really is. The implementation is key to making it work smoothly. That is for sure. Yeah, we'll get together.
The directors, we got to get everybody together. So
we'll have
not communicating it 10 different times.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. So what we'll do is I'm hoping next week we'll have, what do we have, about 9 or 10 directors now across the country. And bring everybody together. We need to find a good time where everybody can meet. And I think you all said Monday night is probably better.
Yeah, that's what Rachel said too.
Is that Monday night, like at 8 o'clock Eastern?
Yeah, well, that works for me. I don't know about everybody else, but that time works for me.
I mean, that's a good time because
after I do all the things that I do prior to that.
Okay. I think what's happening is that
scheduling issues and Friday night.
Yeah. So Monday evening, let me see. If you do it at 8 o'clock Eastern, that makes it 3 hours. That's 5 o'clock Pacific, West Coast time.
Correct.
4 o'clock in Alaska.
4 o'clock Mountain time. No, not Mountain time.
That'd be 6 o'clock Mountain time. It's okay. 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 8 or 5 or 6. I mean, 6 o'clock Mountain time, 5 o'clock Pacific, and 4 o'clock Alaska.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We have somebody in Alaska. Excuse me.
Members. We've got people up there. Yeah. They're not real active or anything right now, but we have people in Alaska for sure.
Do they have a director?
No. I need a director in Alaska, but I don't even know how to accomplish that. We're going to have to give them a plane. Somebody's laughed over there. Somebody laughed over and put a laugh emoji.
I know a real balls to the wall transgender woman in Alaska.
Okay.
I haven't talked to her in a long time, so I will have to look for her. I helped her out of a situation at the VA here in Atlanta once.
Oh, okay.
And she's forever grateful that I came down there to kick some butt. And they tried to do this power of attorney shit. I said, the power of attorney is she put a SOS out on Facebook. That's my power. Y'all better do something right now. And don't give me the power of attorney bullshit. If I come back here and I talk to her and you guys are still mistreating her, you're going to have to answer to me because you're not doing this on my watch. And do you know I went from the floor to the patient advocate to the director's office, and she called me up and said, I don't know what you said, but they are kissing my butt. I said,
yeah. Get it.
Yeah, do it.
So
But her,
yeah, reach out to her, ask her if she'd like to be involved. You know her better than anyone, so invite them to talk to Lashika.
So talk to. I don't know if I have Lashika's information.
Her email address is it's still under the vice chair. So it'd be vice chair at TDVA AG. Yeah.
Vice chair, all one word.
Yes.
AG.com.
AG.com it's TDVA-AG.com. Yes. So that's her vice chair email address, and I'm going to leave it like that. I'm just wait for Danny to get back in and see whatever that they want to do. Okay, then yeah, that'd be great if we get somebody up in Alaska because we need people knocking down doors. I do have a lot of media contacts in Alaska already too, but obviously need more. And
yeah, she's very very fiery.
Okay.
You're doing so good then, but that's why I went down and helped her out. Like she was not in a good way, and then when I helped her out, she said, "Screw Atlanta," and went back to Alaska.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, oh my. Anyway, yeah, I think Alaska is actually under, what is that, Vision 20 out there, 22? It covers Washington and parts of Oregon and
really,
yeah, and all the way into Alaska, but it also reaches all the way out into Guam, the Western Pacific. Yeah, it's pretty.
Well, I'll try to find her because her name is even escaping me, but I can find it.
All righty. Well, Ray, appreciate you. Just keep what you're doing. I'm gonna keep up what you're doing, and I know that it looks like we need everything we can possibly get around all these states. Let's just put it that way. Any kind of contact information, state leaders, everything we can get from the states, we need, because if there's something that happens in a state that we need to address that impacts our veterans, then we need to be able to send out a joint message from you and from us to them to say, hey, no, we can't have this. You're impacting veterans.
Yeah, I sent you something recently that they going back and forth about this crap that was coming out of Florida that's hitting Georgia, that they keep trying to attack the trans youth. But up underneath that, they're really trying to attack everybody that's trans.
Trans youth issue is just a gateway to us.
Yep, they're more vulnerable than anybody else, so they're attacking them.
Right, and that's what we've discovered. That's what we've known for decades. Back in the early 2000s, there was a huge concerted effort to make sure that no gay people or lesbians could adopt children.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
and that was back in the early 2000s. And in 2005, there was a little pamphlet put out, something about this is why God doesn't want you to be gay, or something like that.
And then the media goes and tries to find the worst of the worst people in our community.
Don't they though?
They find these suckers, and I mean, I'm like, how did you find them?
Yeah, how?
A lady that lost her doggone mind and drove her children off a cliff.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Car, but they always seem to find them. They don't want to talk to anybody who's sensible. They want to find people who are losing their mind, have lost their mind,
Yeah.
and say, now see, they're all like that.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem I have with what the Heritage Foundation put out.
Yeah.
The Project 2025, because in that whole forward of that thing, it's an attempt to dehumanize us to the point where they can lump us all together in one big group and say, we got to get rid of them.
They see, they're all like that. I'm like,
right. And that's what was done in that forward. And I've railed against that for days now, and I'll continue railing against it because it is just horrible. Oh my gosh.
Well, they've done it before.
Oh, I know. It's not.
It's a different group, but they've done it before.
Oh, yeah.
They did it through Jim Crow.
Yep.
Black people were the target. Remember all that bathroom crap where we couldn't use the bathroom? And we traveled across the country, and my mother had us traveling at night to avoid a lot of that in going through the South.
Yeah.
And we had to piss on the side of the car because there were white only bathrooms at the gas stations. But they just took that, lifted it up, and pointed it at gay people. Then they picked it up, pointed it at transgender people.
I know.
Same crap.
Same crap. And they're saying, "Oh, we can't do anything. We don't want these people in the military." It was
realizing that they are the largest employer of LGBT people in the country.
Yeah.
The military.
The military is also the largest employer of transgender people in the country.
Okay.
Specific transgender people. And
and we're good fighters. We're good fighters.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, what the heck does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
I don't know.
Nothing.
But a lot of us actually, I talked to someone yesterday or maybe today, I don't know when, but they were saying something about, I went into the intel field and had really the highest level of top secret clearance you could get above all that. And I said, yeah, me too. And I said, I wonder if that's, they said, I wonder if that's something that we're just trying to, we know how to hide things and not talk about stuff.
Yeah. I spent my whole time with nobody knowing.
Me too.
There was no don't ask, don't tell.
Me too. Me too.
You don't tell.
You don't do anything.
And so we served with that monkey on our back of having to hide who we really were, and we still served greatly.
Yeah, I mean,
so they're full of crap.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Foundation full of very dangerous crap.
Yeah, and that's what the Project 2025 is. It's dangerous. I mean, they actually tell in there, it's stated clearly in there that transgender people are not protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution.
Yeah, well, we are.
We are.
They're trying to get it so that everybody acts like.
Yeah. Right, and that's
starting to unleash all of these people to come run their mouths.
Yeah.
About things they don't know anything about. I've already happened to have that happen to me by a family member because of what they heard coming out of Florida. Now, if she got a hold of this document, oh my God, she dumped that crap at me, and I was like, no, you're not gonna. I can't have you around me. because you're dangerous and you're getting your information from these clowns. That's
That's right.
anything about us.
Yeah, exactly. The thing that gets me is, I mean, within the first paragraph, the first two paragraphs of the foreword that Dr. Roberts wrote, and Dr. Roberts is a historian, the president of the Heritage Foundation. I'm like, really? Where'd you get that from?
DeSantis in Florida.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a history major. I'm amazed that these people are trying to squash history, Black history,
Yeah.
and trans history, and every history of anybody who's not white, Anglo-Saxon, cisgender, heterosexual, banned.
Exactly.
Wipe them all out. Well, you can't wipe us out.
No.
You don't even know who half of us are. So,
Half? I'm surprised to know any of us.
I know. Because the mainstream media doesn't want to put us in the spotlight saying, no, that stuff is totally incorrect and inaccurate, and it's mean, and it's mean-spirited, and it's evil.
Mm-hmm.
It's evil people trying to say we're evil.
Exactly. My thoughts too. I mean, like in the first or second paragraph that Dr. Roberts wrote for the forward of that thing, he used the word delete. He said, we want to delete from the whole of the federal government these words: sexual orientation, gender identity, diversity, equity, inclusion, abortion, you name it, everything. And he said, oh, and any other thing. Put a little
delete a word. You can't delete a word.
Well, what they want to do is
what they're going to do is delete us.
That's the whole idea. That's what this is all about, is dehumanizing a group of people, minorities, all minorities. And it's just so asinine and so obvious, but yet they seem to think it's rational and logical that the Constitution doesn't apply to us. And I'm thinking, really? For one thing, I don't want the Constitution that was written in 1786 that included slavery in it. That one we had to modify to get rid of that, and we had to fight for that.
We're still singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
There's slavery in the third verse of the national anthem.
Yeah, and that's one of those that didn't get sung publicly.
They leave out that verse.
I'm going to leave out that verse.
But it still was not intended to. It wasn't for us.
Right.
Because we weren't even a thought.
Right. It wasn't for women either. It wasn't for women either.
No, it wasn't for women.
Mm-mm.
Men fought the wars. Only men.
Only men.
Only white men.
And then property owning men. If you didn't own property, that's one of the caveats I wanted to put in there. If you didn't own property, you couldn't vote.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, really? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know it was tied to property.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was that went away pretty quickly, I do believe, because people were letting them know that we've got a lot of people here in New York City who are just renting these buildings. Renting a room. Yeah, and they have a right to vote too and be counted. So it didn't take long for them to get rid of that one, but we're still struggling for all the rest.
I'm going to write down in big bold letters: media.
Please, media.
If I can get to this CBS story, I'm telling you, they're playing with dynamite with me, because I'll be nice for so long, and then I'll open that door and I'll say, kaboom, see this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that.
That's what happened actually, I guess it was the first of this week, like Monday at noon. The Washington Examiner had sent me out, and they're one of those far right.
Right. Washington Examiner?
One of the worst out there for going after all of us. But anyway, they had picked up one of those newsletters of the 10,000 or so I'd sent out. They're on the list. I wanted them to be on the list.
Right.
They picked one up and they put it in. They sent me a request to comment on that and explain what I had said. And I replied back by their deadline. So they ended up putting my quotes in there too when they published it. And I've got no problem with what they said in the news story. But they did. There's the funny part. They did reach out to the Heritage Foundation and ask for a comment.
Guess what you said?
Because I went after them. I was asking them for being so close to being fascist.
Yep.
I mean, really was. I mean, if there's six qualifications to be a fascist. They've got 4 of them down pat already. There's only 2 left.
That means they're fascist.
Yeah.
That's like asking a racist. Well, if you didn't say that, you didn't say that, you didn't say it, you're not a racist. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
if you knock off any one of a gazillion things I can think of, not fulfilling all of them doesn't mean that's not who you are.
Truth,
So
right? Sure.
they are trying to do away with democracy.
Yeah. They don't like democracy. It's a republic to them. And that was
Yeah,
set up.
republic, and it's inconvenient and in their way of where they want to go.
Right, right.
But then that republic protects everybody in the country.
Well, I've got news for them, though. I know that they keep saying they want to go back. They want to go back. They want to do it the way it was originally done and all this kind of stuff. Well, I've got news for them. One of their role models is Thomas Jefferson.
Oh.
They're always lifting up Thomas Jefferson as being this paragon of republicanism, Republican thinking, and agrarian, farmer from down in Virginia, wealthy plantation owner, and all this kind of stuff from down in Virginia. And they hold him up to be this really conservative person. But I can tell you that in 1816, he wrote in July the 12th or somewhere like that of 1816, he wrote a letter to his good friend, Samuel Kercheval. And he told Samuel Kercheval in the beginning of that letter, don't publish this. I don't want anyone to think about this. I don't want anyone to know that this is actually what I actually think.
And was that the opposite of all the other stuff he said?
Yeah. All the other stuff he had released to the public, and it was in line with conservatism, stick to this, go to the Constitution, all this kind of stuff. But in that document to Samuel Kercheval, in that letter to Samuel Kercheval, he said, I knew those people back then, or those men. He said, I knew those men back then. They're deserving to be up on that pedestal and so forth like that, but they would object to where we are now. And that was in 1816. They would object to people holding them up in such high reverence. And that's what he said. And then he said,
why people tearing their stupid statues down.
Yeah. So he goes on to say, why on earth would you force me to wear the coat of my youth when I can no longer fit into it? It's no longer applicable to me. Why would you force me to wear the coat of my youth? Thomas Jefferson, letter, Samuel Kercheval, 1816, I think it was July the 12th. And he said that. And he said, the people who are living today have the right to form the government the way they need it to form for them.
Yes. Oh, that wouldn't have gone over too well if that had gotten out.
No, I mean, they know it's out there. I keep using it everywhere. I've used it for years. I had some lawyers tell me that they've used that in their discussions too, because they had people that they were trying to explain things to like that. But you don't hear much about it.
What is going on right now is so covert that it's very difficult to see. It's just covert. Everything that is being done covertly.
Yeah.
I'd rather deal with the overts.
Yeah.
The coverts will say, hi, how you doing? And then stab you in the back the minute you turn your back. And I'm like, oh, gee.
No, you never turn your back. You always face them.
That's why a lot of people didn't like sitting with their back to the door. They'd sit in the other direction. We had transgender meetings, transgender veteran meetings, and a whole bunch of them refused to sit with their back against the door. I said, why is this? And they were all Vietnam vets.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, well, because we just don't trust that. We want to see who's coming.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty, man.
Yeah.
But we're in a special situation.
Yeah, we really are.
Because we served to protect their rights to be any kind of asshole they want to be.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Yet we're being dumped on.
Right.
We were standing on that wall, making sure that they were safe. And now they want to turn around and kick us in the teeth.
Yeah.
Like we weren't part of that group of people.
Exactly. That's so right. Right. That is exactly it. Oh my gosh. I know that document, the 2025 Project 2025 thing, they are vetting. They hope to vet 20,000 people, check them, make sure their clearances are good, all that kind of stuff, to be able to hand to the president on January the 20th of 2025, if that president is a conservative person, They want to hand to that president. All these people can go in and take over the whole of government. It's in the document. It talks about that. And they want to have training academies.
People need to start voting.
Don't they, though? Go vote. Go vote and read. Read this stuff.
Make sure those clowns don't get in.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right around the corner.
Right.
When we got a year.
The way it's said in the document is at noon Eastern on January the 20th of 2025, if the president is a conservative president and a person that has won the election, when they raise their right hand and say, "So help me God," then the Heritage Foundation and all those 70 other organizations that put this thing together are going to hand that whole platter of people over and say, "We're ready to take over, and we're going to start deleting, erasing, excising all those unreal people and the unnatural people from the whole of government." Those are the terms used in the foreword by Dr. Roberts. That's just crazy. It's just baffling to me. And I want everybody to know about it. I can't imagine any
adults.
Yeah.
And we need to start fighting back if we have to be covert ourselves, to sneak in and usurp their efforts, even though we're a small group of people. If we're smart enough, we can defeat large enemies.
True. We have to be the David to their Goliath, or the Lilliputians bringing down Gulliver, or however, whatever analogy you want to use. That's what we have to be. You're exactly right. We have got to use asymmetric warfare techniques to take this thing down.
Guerrilla.
Yeah, guerrilla techniques.
Make everybody read The Art of War. Have you ever read those books?
I have. There was a book that I read, though, that you might like. Have you ever heard of a Japanese samurai called Miyamachi, or let me see what his name. Oh my gosh, it was written in like 17 something. He was a samurai warrior from Japan.
No, I've not heard of him.
It's Miyagi. It wasn't Miyagi, but I know that's a movie thing. But there was a Misaki or something like that. But anyway, the book talks about what it means to be a samurai, but it's applicable to the way we approach everything. It's a really good little thing. I have to get the name to you. I have to dig that up because I used to quote that a lot. But geez, what was that guy's name? Masachi. Oh, I'll figure it out. I'll get it. I can't think of it at the moment. But anyway, it was a really, really good book. Starts out talking about construction and carpentry work and stuff like that, and becoming a skilled carpenter. And then moves into, you get to a later stage as you're studying your art of being a samurai soldier or warrior. You get to the place where you don't even have to think about being that carpenter anymore. It's just natural.
Natural.
That's right. And then it gets to the place where you can actually think more holistically, and you see that that was just part of this whole thing. There's a lot more to it, but it's all big picture stuff then. It was really good. I like it. Well, we could talk like this all night long.
I know.
Ray, it's always good to talk to you. Thank you.
You too, honey.
All right.
We will see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone watching. I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream off on that side.